With the Bureau of Land Management relocating to Grand Junction, more than 24 families could be coming to the Grand Valley, which would create a large demand for houses on the market. The low cost of housing was one of the selling points for relocating the BLM to the western slope, but now with lower inventory, the cost of homes are rising. The Bray Real Estate June report shows available homes are down by 11%, while the average home price is up 7% from last year. There are still hundreds of homes for sale in the area, but as demand increases, it may be difficult for individuals to find housing in their desired areas. RE/MAX 4000 says because of the BLM relocation, Grand Junction will gain more exposure as well.
The people coming into the area will be looking at District 51's website, wanting to get into the school of choice, and there may or may not be availability.
Wednesday afternoon, Senator Cory Gardner spoke with our Washington correspondent and explains just why the demand for homes in Grand Junction is so high.
I think no matter who it is, no matter what the position is, there will be plenty of people who will want these jobs in Colorado. These are going to be high-paying jobs in one of the most incredible places on earth. And so I can't imagine somebody saying, no, I'd rather stay in Washington, D.C. Than Grand Junction, Colorado.
The housing market does tend to slow down around December, but with the increased demand for houses, experts say the real estate market should remain stable over the next 6 months. And from local to national, Cory Gardner addressed it all yesterday, including the controversial tweets from President Trump telling 4 female Democratic lawmakers to go back where they came from. Here's what Gardner had to say.
Well, I disagree with them. I think they were not necessary, and I think it divides this country. We shouldn't be doing that, and I think that's why. And so the fact is, we should be focused on those things that can bring us together as a nation.
From a proposed census question to deportation rates across the country, now citizenship has been a hot topic for sure. And for 20 people in Mesa County yesterday, it was a dream that now became a reality. It was an emotional experience Wednesday for this new group of American citizens and their loved ones. Families filled the courtroom alongside local organizations, showing a community united to support our country's newest members. For some, it took a little bit longer than for others, but the joy was the same no matter how long the wait.
It only took me 59 years and 2 months and 8 days, I don't know how many hours, to become one. But you know what? I've never missed that. I've been to other countries, and I tell you what, this is probably the greatest one I've ever been in. No, I know it is.
I'm so proud because it was a long journey I finally been through. It was 6 years that I been through a lot to become an American, and I'm proud.
Congratulations. Thank you, gentlemen. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And for some of those new citizens, the first item on their agenda was to celebrate with a good American meal. A retired NASA astronaut credits his survival to volunteer search and rescue crews after a 500-foot tumble down a snow and rock field on a mountain peak. Matt Kroschel has a story.
Jeffrey Ashby set out to explore La Plata Peak, not his highest adventure by a long shot. He orbited the Earth in the International Space Station twice. He summited to the Everest Base Camp once. But a fall on Monday put the Colorado Springs man in a very dangerous situation.
This was an intense one. A call came in just before noon on Monday with reports of a hiker yelling for help just below the La Plata Peak summit.
Search teams called out to look for that person heard screaming for help.
Turned out it was pretty snowy, slippery, treacherous terrain.
Helicopters, drones, and teams on the ground all working together to find Ashby. But as night fell, it was a small headlamp that helped searchers zero in.
They saw a blinking light just below the summit. Ultimately, that was the subject's headlamp. Was able to blink.
The helicopter from the National Guard working in pitch darkness, able to hoist Ashby from the mountainside. Flight for Life taking him to an emergency room.
3 air teams, 4 different copter teams were involved, over 24 search and rescue members out, and ultimately had a successful outcome, so we were very thankful.
These search and rescue crews are very busy with calls for help all over the state. They say working together is vital.
Colorado will officially be the new home of a notorious Mexican drug lord. Joaquin El Chapo Guzman will spend the rest of his life behind bars after a judge handed down a life sentence plus 30 years in Florence, Colorado's Supermax prison. Guzman was also ordered to hand over $12.6 billion in forfeiture. The 62-year-old was convicted in April on 10 counts, including drug trafficking and criminal enterprise charges extending into the United States. Witnesses in his trial also said he was involved in several murders. Guzman has been in custody in isolation for 2.5 years now after being captured following 2 prison escapes in Mexico. The prison in Florence, where he's expected to spend the rest of his life, is the country's most secure federal prison, and officials claim escape is not even possible. And one beekeeper in Colorado got so sick of someone stealing her honey, she installed a camera. So now the crime has been documented, but she's looking for help getting the perpetrators to stop.
On this country highway, just east of Berthoud, a sweet spot has attracted visitors for more than 20 years. The buzz along Highway 56, Marie Kolstra's honey, is the best around.
It's a good product because it is the real deal.
Since 1995, Kolstra's backyard has been filled with bees. The honey they produce, bottled and sold from this box outside her home.
They come here and let's go get some honey.
Over the years, she's had a bottle or 2 go missing.
When you got a self-serve box, you were vulnerable.
But this year, those thefts have become more common. Kolstra finding this box completely empty multiple times.
It was never this persistence, always ongoing thing.
Kolstra installed this Ring security system, hoping to catch this real-life Winnie the Pooh.
Saturday, 2:30 in the morning.
The camera has done just that, catching this same crook in action 3 separate times since the cameras were installed. The most recent honey heist happening Saturday morning, where video shows that man passing dozens of bottles through an open window to eager hands in a dark SUV.
Well, I think he's hurting a lot more people than he thinks.
She says at this point, he's probably stolen at least $1,000 worth of honey from this box.
This man will put me out of business.
Now, Kolstra is hoping somebody recognizes this man.
I'm looking for him to stop. That's what I want him to do, is to stop.